Canane in the corner. Her third from outside. Zone. Shot. It's good! Espinal pulls up, knocks it down! It's the home opener for the Durfee boys tonight at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. The Hilltoppers come into town sporting a 2-0 record. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massu, joined by Brendan Kelly here. Great to be back inside the Fieldhouse for basketball. We were last here at the end of winter sports for girls playoffs. We hit the road for a couple playoff games, but great to see the boys back, and they're out to a great start.
Yeah, and here we are again. This is a real nice early season matchup. Somerset comes in on paper with a lot of returners and a superstar in Brendan McDonald. Durfee comes in with their own superstars and players that have been here for a long time.
That's right, a lot of four-year players on this Durfee team. Looking at the roster, filling out my scorebook before the game, it looked almost identical to last year. Jaden Espinal back, Eric Lucas back, Lamore, who had a great season, breakout season last year, and Jay Stevenson making an impact coming in from Conley, a transfer student, right out of the gate. He dropped over 30 on opening night.
Yeah, Jaws played a lot of basketball. This is his third year of high school basketball. Comes from a great basketball family, and there's no surprises that he's come and fit in perfectly with the Hilltoppers.
Then, of course, he's got the Billy Shea, mentoring a little bit there. Coach Shea, of course, forever at Bishop Conley, leading the charge over there. You talk about Espinal as well. He's back, not out of the realm of possibility that we may have to track another 1,000-point scorer.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, there was such a gap for such a long time. Javon Holly 2 years ago with 1,000-point, and Espinal can fill it and fill it fast.
He can average over 25 points a game last year, and he needs less than that average per game to get there. So we'll keep an eye on him as the season goes on as well. Live coverage is coming to your way next. Stay with us on Fred TV.
'Tis the season of giving. The Fall River Traffic Department is giving you a holiday discount through the annual Ticket Amnesty Program. During this 5-week grace period, which begins December 1st, if you pay off your unpaid parking tickets, all late fees will be waived. You may pay your balance in person with cash, money order, or credit card, and no appointment is necessary. Or for contactless payment via money order, just call 508-324-2577 with your plate number handy to find out how much you owe. A secure drop-off box is available at the 3rd Street Government Center entrance. Personal checks will not be accepted. Director of Traffic and Parking Laura Ferreira reminds everyone that having unpaid parking tickets will prevent you from renewing your driver's license and vehicle registration. Be sure to take advantage of this limited time offer from the Fall River Traffic Department, which ends January 5th, 2024.
Hello, my name is Laura Ferreira, the Director of Traffic and Parking. During a snowstorm, your safety is our first priority. At times, a parking ban may be necessary to ensure access for emergency vehicles and to allow plows to clear streets. A general rule is park on the side of the street opposite the fire hydrant. For more information, please visit our website at www.fallriverma.org and search parking ban. In addition, you may call the Mayor's office at 508-324-2600 or the Office of Traffic and Parking at 508-324-2123. New England weather can be unpredictable. Notification of a parking ban will be made early to give residents the opportunity to move their vehicles. Thank you for your assistance and cooperation.
Welcome back, everybody, inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. Evan Massoud and Brendan Kelly with you here. We are, let's reset that. Here we go. Brendan, we're on webcam. Here we go. Hey, we got a second camera here on the laptop. We'll make you, it's a little grainy, but it works. So high atop the bleachers here at the Fieldhouse, just about ready to get things going. Again, happy holidays to you at home as we take you back to the court. We'll check in with you throughout the broadcast. Brendan, after talking with the coaches, we continue to feel even more confident that this is really going to be an exciting home opener for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, there's nice juice in the gym right now. This is a great time of year, right before break. Each team, although Somerset-Berkley, doesn't. This is their first game. Durfee's got 2 under their belt, but you can really kind of feel in the gym right now that this is very much an anticipated game, both ends.
Opening tip, both players flailing at it. It's the Hilltoppers coming away with it as Dion and DeMello went after it. DeMello getting the start tonight.
Yeah, the normal starter, Avante Lamore, is out sick right now, so they're going a little bit bigger with the senior Cam DeMello, my guy.
Yeah, well, everything's going around right now. I'm like, this is the best I've felt since Thanksgiving. I'm not kidding. It's been really, my voice is still a little hoarse, but I feel 100% better, I can tell you that much. We have our first foul of the night in the first 30 seconds. It's against Durfee's number 3, Jaden Espinal, his first. Let's run down the starters. You want to take Somerset, Brendan?
Yes, for Somerset, number 12, sophomore guard Dom Taylor. Number 13, senior captain Mason Medeiros. Number 14, Brendan McDonald, junior captain. Number 15, Finn Bjork, junior forward. And number 23, the big man, Will Dion, senior.
Good defense down low there for the Hilltoppers, and getting it right back is Bjork. And another foul against Durfee.
And this looks like a technical foul, if I'm not mistaken right now. That was the sign, unless it was a quick timeout.
Doesn't appear that way.
All my years being around high school basketball, this is early technical foul. I'm not even sure who it's on.
Or for what? That's the next question. Why?
Looks like it's on the bench right now, one of the Durfee assistants.
Well, free throws to start us off here. It is McDonald knocking down his first of 2 uncontested free throws. Brendan, why don't you take Durfee starters too while we're at it?
Durfee right now goes with a very familiar lineup with number 1, Eric Lucas, number 2, Devontae Stewart, number 3, Jaden Espinal, number 5, Josh Stevenson, sophomore transfer from Bishop Conley, and the big man today getting the start, number 0, Cameron DeMello.
Raiders led by head coach Robert Slater once again, and for Durfee, it's Joe DeCruz leading the Hilltoppers, who are now down 2-0. Somerset gets the ball as well. Long 3, hard off the back of the rim. Good rebound from Dion. They'll get another shot out of it. That time no good, and Stewart comes away with it for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, big rebound by Devontae Stewart. This is going to be a massive point of emphasis for Durfee all year, is going to be, can they rebound the ball? They are not the biggest team we've seen in a while, but it has been done before, specifically at Durfee. But rebounding the ball on both ends of the floor is going to be gigantic for their success this year.
They go to Stevenson, pops it loose, and it is off the knee. Durfee ball. I said to Coach DeCruz, you guys had a good game, good couple games to start the year. 80 points against East Boston, 85 against O'Brien. 80 points is no slouch for a team that traditionally does have some trouble scoring points.
Yeah, there's no doubt Durfee can put the ball in the basket, and they can put the ball in the basket in bunches. They're just going to have to take good shots. But this is as a veteran group as Durfee's had in a long time, and I'm sure I can think of a team that was this veteran, but this is veteran group.
Yeah, I agree. And, to that point as well, in terms of the talent level, the skill players, I can't believe that. Was that a foul? It was called a foul. Okay.
Normally I don't speak like this, but the referees are here. If we
oh boy.
If we haven't 2 minutes into the game, we've established, but it's early and it's also a job I would never want, so I'll stop.
Stewart, no shot, and another foul against the Raiders. It's now their second.
Yeah, going back to Durfee being a a veteran group. This is a veteran group and a mature group too. These guys have played a lot of basketball together, growing up in the youth leagues, middle school league, and quite a few of them have been on the varsity 3 years.
So, and that's my point. I said to Coach, I said, you know, you've coached now a few teams. I said you had Lewis and Holly a couple years ago in that group, which included some of these players that are now seniors this year. I said, how does this team stack up, you know, compared to them? Obviously, small sample size, but, you know, talk to me. And he says, yeah. He says, you know, both special groups in terms of talent, but they're different in terms of their talent and what they bring to the table. So, a very politically correct answer, but I get what he's saying.
I couldn't agree more with Coach DeCruz. I mean, having watched that team and did quite a few games with you.
Yeah.
Different type of basketball players. You know, and not to use the football athletes, but there was a lot of natural athleticism that they would go in. These guys right here, these are pretty skilled players. They can take the ball off the deck. They can fill it up quick.
Sure.
You know, but I think it helps that there was a lot of crossover between the two groups.
No, there certainly was. I mean, just for me, the biggest thing is we saw. It's funny you say football because especially with Lewis, more than anybody, so fast, and he went after that ball like a defender does in football, punching it out from behind, trying to force a fumble. You saw so many football influences from those guys.
Exactly.
The Hilltoppers.
Exactly what he's doing at the college level at Framingham State.
Yeah. DeMello tried to get the layup to go and just not enough, and now he gets hit with the foul on the other end of it. So 2 fouls for each side here in the opening quarter. That's a change this year. I don't know if you saw, but MIAA modifying based on the national rules, the National Federation rules, that fouls are going to be different this year.
Yeah, is it 5
it's
a quarter
5
and it resets, correct?
Just like they do basically in the pros, in the college level. 3 on the far side for Taylor. So that's going to, I'll tell you, how many times did we say Durfee's in foul trouble after 1 quarter? That's going to change things a lot, I think, this year.
It'll change as far as the free throw situation. I mean, still the personal fouls, like they don't reset player-wise correctly.
No.
Yeah. So,
but it bails the team out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you'll start the second quarter with basically a fresh set of fouls, so you don't have to worry about the other team shooting free throws for 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes at a time.
Exactly. And you know, that speeds up the game, number one, and it really changes your strategies a little bit too. Second foul for Dion here in the early goings, and he will exit the floor for now.
Camden Hoyle entering the game first off the bench for Somerset-Berkley.
Espinal for 3, looks good. No, off the back of the rim. It was fading back, but just not enough. We had a good vantage point there.
Both teams definitely kind of feeling each other out right now.
Yeah, low-scoring start here. That 3 from Taylor for Somerset, just their first from the field. Another long ball put up. That one kind of a brick off the back. That's twice that McDonald has put up a long 3 and hit iron. Espinal drops back. Got it. There's the first. And Durfee ties it up.
Like I said before, these guys can shoot the ball off the deck. Lucas to the ground hustling. Espinal aggressive on the defensive end, but that's his second foul.
Crowd is rocking in the early going. I love it. This feels like the playoff game from from 2 years ago when they got their home playoff game.
Yeah, this is
a great atmosphere.
This is great. You know, it's the last handful of years. Durfee's done a really good job of getting the student sections in here. You know, student body, community wants to come and support their guys. It's great. Helps that it's good product.
Yeah. 4 for 4 at the line for Somerset. 2 for McDonald, 2 for Bjork right there on Durfee's third foul. That one was against Stewart, as Brendan said, his first, and he gives up the ball. Faking the pass, that looked like a travel. And no, calling it out of bounds. Thought that looked like a little extra step there.
The way of the game, the Euro step, the extra step, the what's the other one they're calling, the gather step? I'm not quite sure what that is. It's normal.
Great coverage down in the corner. Back to him. knocks it down. Got it right back.
Yeah, McDonald 1 for 3 on the three-pointers. He can get it going. He's got the green light. One thing I could definitely tell right off the jump, though, with Durfee is Josh Stevens is as true of a point guard as it gets. You can tell the offense is getting set up a little smoother.
Quick three for Espinal, number 2.
And this is just great for basketball in this area. Espinal, McDonald, 2 guys been playing varsity for a long time. Right now, going right at each other. It's great. This is what I love about it.
Ooh, Espinal going to get hit with a foul there.
I misspoke before. I thought the foul on Stewart was on Espinal. Right now, Alvin Gaston looks like he's coming into the game right now for Espinal.
Yep, he is.
It's just tough, too. Just 2 real in-rhythm three-pointers right now. It's always this catch-22. Do you do the traditional take him out with the seatbelt, or you trust the senior that he's not going to pick up another one?
Well, the way the fouls are coming here in this first quarter, we've heard a lot of whistles. Maybe Coach DeCruz a little concerned.
Well, I'll be curious to see what you just said now with the new format throughout the quarters, if the officiating is going to be a little bit different, especially early season, knowing. I'm curious to see how that'll go. Right now, it definitely seems like there's been a little bit more fouls, but it's early season for referees, too.
Yep. Another 3 put up by Dion. Got knocked down after the ball was released. We've seen that called a foul before, quite frankly. I'm surprised it went unnoticed.
Great rim run by DeMello right up the middle. It's what you want from your bigs, rim to rim.
Quick in there to Lucas, who's double teamed now. Little contact, little reach in there from Hoyle, trying to jar it loose. Some contact against Stevenson, and it's now thrown away by Gaston.
Gaston around the ball, though, that's what he does well. He is an ultimate hustler, plays with a lot of energy. Expect him to be around the ball quite a bit.
And he's going to get a foul now, I think. He was the one there with Bjork. Yep. So he's picking up a foul now, 5 fouls for the Hilltoppers with 2:09 left in the first.
So this will be, now it was a shooting foul anyway, but now on the floor will be 2.
I believe so. I had it pulled up on the website, as that's going to bounce and miss. We'll pull that up here. Make sure we have the correct interpretation of everything here, but I had it saved.
Number 15, Ben Sherry, Jr. into the game right now. Coming off a great football season, Ben Sherry.
Yeah.
Another one of these guys, by the time he's a senior, there's going to be a lot of coaches in 3 sports saying, "You're still here?"
Exactly.
Lucas right now.
Yeah, so we're eliminating the 1-and-1 common fouls.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big difference. Going to 2 right away.
After the team's 5th foul in each quarter, 2 bonus free throws. It resets at the end of each quarter. So, yeah, significant change. So now Somerset into bonus with Durfee having 5 fouls. It's an automatic 2 shots until the quarter ends, and then we'll start from scratch for team fouls again.
Right now, the rebounding issues for Durfee. Having a tough time getting that first one. It's going to be key. Somerset's a talented group, veteran group themselves.
The height, though, that's the thing.
Yeah, these are some big
such
boys.
A big team.
These are big boys right here. I mean, Drew McGarry, he's jacked.
Whoa. He got to, oh my goodness gracious. I can't believe McDonald got to that. I thought it bounced off the scorer's table. He's the one who flung it back towards the other side of the court. That's incredible. What a play. Stevenson wants 3, and it's good as it trickles around the rim to tie us up.
I'll tell you what, my first time seeing Ja live, he is very calm with the ball right here. That was a great lineup, bringing the ball up the floor. Heck of a pass by McDonald.
Well, no surprise, and I know he's watching, but Stevenson, a product of Coach Billy Shea,
Yeah, so you say, you know, I keep using the word veteran.
Yeah.
And he's a sophomore, but great putback by Ben Sherry. Ben Sherry, a traditional guard, gonna have to play more of the air quotes big. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, he is a strong kid, jumps well. You know, sometimes in high school positions change.
Another three. This one for Hoyle. A lot of long balls here in the early going. 3 for each side. Final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Stevenson driving the lane. Basket will not go. I think they called it on the floor anyway.
First quarter, very, very well played game. Not sloppy by any stretch. Either team right now, both teams organized, both teams running their stuff. You know, playing physical to the extent it's been nice first 8 minutes to start off the home slate.
Stevenson going baseline. What a tough shot. Tons of contact. And now another foul coming in. No shot. 10.9 on the clock.
Gaston with a nice job kind of coming from the perimeter, just be around the ball. That's where he's going to be able to get a lot of shots. Loose balls, pickups, hustle plays like this gets him to the free throw line.
And McGarry picking up his second straight. Both of these last 2 fouls for Somerset going against Drew McGarry. 2 shots here for Gaston. First one made. Second one no good. Out of a whistle coming on the rebound.
Sherry again though, right around the ball. Making a nice impact right away.
9 seconds. Stewart reaching in, trying. Put up, no good. There's a foul, and Durfee's going to get to the line.
So here you go. This is exactly what you talk about. 0.3 on the on the clock. Not an intentional foul by any stretch.
No.
Just bump into each other, and Durfee gets 2 free throws. So
yep.
That answers my earlier question of whether or not this was going to make a little bit of a difference right here. This is big right here. Durfee can lock it up going into the second quarter.
McDonald's first. They put 8 now for team fouls on the board to show. There we go, because they were trying to show the bonus. All right, a tough miss there from Lucas on the first. Durfee with the opportunity to tie it up here at the end of the first quarter. At best, they'll be down by 1 as Lucas takes shot number 2. That one's good. 16-15 after 8 minutes here at the Fieldhouse. And to your point, Brendan, an exciting atmosphere and an exciting first quarter here. Well played for both sides.
Yeah, I thought both teams, for early season, ran their stuff, hustled, played with some physicality, and I thought they did a nice job. Again, Durfee on the rebounding edge right now. And as always, you get to late clock stuff, you get to late clock stuff in the quarter, they got to close things out well. And, I thought they did.
Well, certainly the last 3 minutes were far more offensive than the first 5 minutes. It was a really slow start. I think with 3.5 to play, it was only about 5-3 or 5-2, something like that. It was really a low score, and then it turned to 5-5, and all of a sudden, we started seeing some of these long balls going down, and saw a little bit of a burst of points for both teams.
Yeah, you got to remember, this is a tough place to play. Somerset in their conference, they play in quite a few of the cookie-cutter gyms that all kind of look the same now.
Yeah.
And, this is a gigantic field house. I still think it's one of the best places to see a basketball game, specifically when it's packed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an easy place to shoot. So, and Coach Bob Slade has said that at the beginning that, traditionally they have a tough time shooting here, but I didn't think they did in the first quarter.
No, and he said that to me as well. He said always a tough location, tough to shoot at, and mainly because you have wide open ends to the gym. And there's the screens go up, the glass is clear. Obviously, the clear backboard, so you don't get much perception, especially the side angles. It's tough.
Yeah, as a home court, I always had a tough time as a player in the home court. Sherry using great job getting below the block.
Got his own rebound.
Ben Sherry, Alvin Gaston, real good minutes off the bench, being productive, being that muscle that they need.
18-17 Somerset. Both teams with a field goal here in the first minute of the second. And a foul coming now.
Hey, one thing that in class I keep telling these guys, I know they're undersized, they don't have a traditional big. And the thing I keep telling them, it's been done before. And,
of course it has.
You know,
yeah.
they can use their quickness, block out, really, really crash the boards, you know, because their basketball skill will take them on the other end.
Yeah.
Durfee extended out in a little bit of a scramble zone.
Somerset's moving the ball extremely well on the perimeter, and that's something Durfee's got to be careful with. They've been finding an open guy. They haven't been driving the lane as much. Durfee has been. More contact against the Hilltoppers on their way to the basket.
As you say that, Durfee in years past would fall in love with the three-point shot early, and they're getting, you know, good opportunities in the painted area right there.
Yeah.
The three-pointers will be there at all times. So, you know, while they're down one right now, I actually think there's a lot of positives on the offensive end for them. A lot of deflections on the defensive side with Durfee right now, really getting in the airspace of Somerset-Berkley. Still, even as a town resident, I still make the mistake of calling it Somerset. It's been Somerset-Berkley for over 10 years.
I know.
Great job by Durfee. 3 seconds.
So turnover for the Raiders as that last foul, by the way, against Durfee as well. It's the second for Gaston. So 2 fouls here for the Hilltoppers in the second. Espinal not back into the game yet.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was going to say it's going to be interesting how.
I thought for sure he would have come back to start the quarter. I'm a little surprised he's not out there.
Yeah, these are the tough scenarios. You want to trust 3 shots for Stevenson. You want to trust your senior that, you know, he can navigate these next 5 minutes without picking up a silly one.
Right. So Stevenson getting the foul call as Dos Santos in some early minutes here for him. Number 24 getting hit with the foul. And so Stevenson to the line for the first time. 3 shots for Stevenson.
Opportunity for Durfee to take the lead.
Bjork trying to come in, but being reminded that there's an extra shot here, not just the usual 2. So no subs yet.
This is a strong Somerset-Berkley team. Right?
Yeah.
These guys are jacked.
They are. I mean, I'm over 6 feet tall. When I was walking over to talk to, you know, Coach Slater, I felt like dwarfed standing next to them, honestly. I mean, they are a big team.
Durfee with a chance to extend their defense a little bit. A little more of a 3-quarter court.
Yeah, nice little bit of a press there, but quickly back. Oh, baby, McDonald, unbelievable.
There's a lot of references I want to use about McDonald's play. I don't know if any of the kids will get the references, but man, he is shifty and can get into the lane. We did both Somerset games, I believe, last year, and I caught a few. I love this kid's game.
Misses on the and one, but what a basket.
Somerset been playing real well in their man-to-man. Stevenson right into the lane, tough finish. That's the big guys down low for Somerset-Berkley.
Yeah, couldn't get around, just off enough to not be able to get around on that shot. Out to Medeiros again. Stevenson trying to poke it out, puts it up again. And McDonald has put the Raiders back up.
Almost the identical finish to the previous one.
Lucas pulls up in the arc, won't go. Tipped out, Bjork gets there, and now off to McDonald again. Quick 3. off the front of the rim. Durfee trying to get the rebound, crash on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball.
Possession, Durfee. It's actually probably our first jump ball. I actually had to look at the table to see where it was. I wasn't paying attention to it. Espinal still on the bench right now, but that's a testament to Durfee. Lucas, Stevenson, and Stewart really doing a good job kind of holding it down without their, and I don't know if they're the best scorer, but one of their main threats. Somerset extended out a little bit now. Just man to man.
Lucas to Gaston. Back to Lucas, looking to Stevenson.
Great
Good pass to Sherry. Better block, but the foul coming.
Great pass. Stevenson, I said it, I'll say it again. True point guard. You can tell he knows how to run an offense right now. That's his third time he's had a nice dump off to, a guy below the block for an easy one.
That was against Colton Pacheco, who just also recently checked in. Sherry missing the first.
Somerset-Berkley showing their depth. They've played about 9 guys already.
Yeah.
We missed on that one, 9 or 10 early in the game. Some ball players here.
Sherry missing both free throws.
We'll get another one, though, with a violation.
Pacheco with the foul.
We must have not shot enough free throws in Mr. Kelly's phys ed class today. There we are, Ben.
So one extra there makes up for it. So 22-21. Still haven't updated the scoreboard here in the gym, but
you have and one.
So it should be 24-23 here in the in the gym. It's off by 1.
We're off by a few right now.
Yeah, it should be 24-23. And Stevenson now with a chance to tie it.
It wouldn't be basketball season or a home opener, and we are correct right now without a score.
Without a question.
So it is officially basketball season. Officials actually now going to probably go to the table to check. Stevenson at the line for the and one.
Just hit all 3 free throws a moment ago. And knocks that down. 24 all.
Durfee retreating back right now into more of a traditional 2-3 zone right now, extended a little bit higher on the three-point line. Durfee's going to have to really run out to the three-point shooters. Everybody from Somerset-Berkley can shoot.
9 points for Stevenson already. Halfway done the second, no Espinal.
Durfee super aggressive in airspace right now.
Yeah, they're playing tight defense, but they're not committing stupid fouls either.
No, it gets,
they're backing off where they need to.
Yeah, it gets tricky though when you're playing that hard. There's anticipated calls, but very impressed with Somerset-Berkley. Lucas with a 3. Answers right back. Here we are right now, the first time I'll say it this year. We're closeout quarter time right now. This is super important for both teams as Gaston still with the ball. This is what he does.
He lost it. Gary puts it back.
Great finish, great little lob. I'll tell you what, as far as basketball goes, this is living up to the hype that we made it right now. This is a very clean basketball game.
Clean game, back and forth. One that is going to come right down to the final couple minutes.
Stevenson with another very impressive finish in the lane, hanging in there a little bit. Great soft touch.
Stevenson into double figures now, joining McDonald as the only 2 players in the game with double figures. There's McDonald for another 3, no good. Lucas runs into Pacheco, and did he go back court, or is that a foul?
Well, that's that foul right there. That's over-aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, kind of out of control for a ball that was going to eventually just land at the circle where you had the opportunity to reset. One thing, Durfee's playing so hard on the defensive end. The one thing that I could definitely nitpick is they're not grabbing the ball.
No.
Their hands on the ball. They're not grabbing it and stopping for just a second to gather it. They're trying to kind of fling it forward or get some momentum going. That's a big thing they're going to have to do.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't consider that nitpicking. I think that's very accurate. They're at the ball, they're getting to the ball, but they're not.
As we speak.
Yeah, they're not possessing it once they get it, and that's the reason why you're seeing all these third chance efforts. McDonald is going to get there for an easy 2.
He's smooth with that little finish. And here we are right now. Now we're under 2 minutes right now. Somerset on a little bit of a run right now. Gaston probably almost with a little bit of a travel. Sherry, big 3.
Sherry with the 3 to tie it again.
Ben Sherry, big minutes right here, first and the second quarter. He is a traditional guard. He's playing, again, air quotes big, but he can step out, hit that shot. That's his game. So that's a nice added element for Durfee.
Pacheco back to McDonald. Gave him some space. Now outside, far side for 3. Somerset trying to answer, no good. Easy rebound that time for Stewart.
It's fundamentally sound box out as you can get. Stevenson with the roll right here. Now Durfee is on a little bit of a 5-0 run.
60 seconds to play in the second.
Coach Joe DeCruz leaving his captain on the bench for a long stretch of time.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Clearly trusting your players. Gaston for 3, no good. Nobody there to rebound for Durfee.
A quick shot, but not a bad shot. These are the ones that ball falls through, the roof will blow off. But you know, that's the problem. Nobody down to rebound.
McDonald
finally
no good.
Misses one of those.
Seriously, taken away.
Great leak out by Eric Lucas, going to finish the layup, and he does.
4-point lead for Durfee, 15 seconds.
Big defensive possession right now for Durfee. Feeling good going up 4. You don't want to be up 1. 4 is better than 1.
Even 2 is better than 1. Driving the lane, that was close to a travel for 3. It's no good, and Durfee will go to the locker room. Nice closeout. Closeout minutes, Brendan.
Great closeout. Somerset with a little bit of a run. Durfee answers 6-0 right after that. That's how you close out a quarter and a half.
Durfee put up 21 points there in the second quarter, and to your point, a bunch of them coming in the final 2 minutes. Great way to wrap up the first half. Hilltoppers heading to the locker room now. They'll go talk about it, see what any other adjustments they need to make, but I thought both sides, you keep saying a clean game. I'll give you that. It's been a really solid, well-played first half.
Yeah, I thought both teams moved the ball extremely well. Durfee falls in love sometimes with the three-pointers. They got into the paint area, and I think a lot of that has to do with Ja being just such a poised point guard and letting the other guys play a little bit more naturally off the wing. And in Somerset, they moved the ball. They're getting into the painted area. Both teams, great first half of basketball for an early December, mid-December or mid-December game, mid-December high school basketball game.
More than anything, though, this is Somerset's first game, like true game of the season. I know the scrimmages, I don't count that as the same thing. So for them to be playing at this level against a team that just put up 80 points twice, that's showing you what they can do as well.
Yeah, I mean, these are two teams right now. They have high aspirations for this coming season right now.
All right, folks, we have 9 minutes left on the clock. Brendan and I will be back with the third quarter after this, so enjoy some feature pieces that we've produced here at Fred TV and with our sister channel, FRG TV. We run both stations here at Durfee, so enjoy some of these pieces, and we'll see you in about 8.5 minutes.
I'm Alan McNamara, CEO of Main Street Projects.
And I'm Kristen Cantara Oliveira, Vice Chair of the Community Preservation Committee.
The Bradford Durfee Textile College was a prominent training center for over a century.
a critical resource that prepared thousands of young people and immigrants to gain employment.
In 1899, the state invested approximately $75,000 to construct the Bradford Durfee Textile College, named after one of the city's leading industrialists.
As technology evolved, so did the curriculum, to include classes such as mechanical engineering.
But after years of accumulating wealth, northern mill owners could not compete with mills in the South.
Alan Macumber and members of the Community Preservation Committee envisioned a transformative project to stave off demolition.
The Durfee Textile College is now a vital cornerstone of downtown revitalization. Each of the 55 law-style apartments are uniquely designed with a comfortable blend of errors.
11 of those 55 units meet affordable housing regulations set by the CPC Community Housing Fund.
Members of the Historical Commission advocated for renovation over replacement. The 100,000 square foot building contains original flooring, brick walls, staircases, and doors.
Back to Romero. Romero forges ahead. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Coming in, you're really scared. You might be a little nervous, but I think being a part of a team gives you friends who can come with you all the way through high school, and then coaches looking out for you. I think as an athlete, you can improve and learn the art of dedication.
That shot taken. Cadet will take the shot and score.
Hard work pays off. For my freshman year, starting off hardly knowing anything about sports to now my junior year, having almost all the school records in track and field. I feel like this school shows a lot of opportunities in classrooms and out of classrooms.
Durfee on three! 1, 2, 3, Durfee!
High flip to Espinal. Open three. Got it! Big time hit from Granham.
Durfee has such a great community, such great pride, we're people who love to be here, we love to compete, we love to play, and it's such a great opportunity.
Corralled by Camara, full steam ahead. Weaving through traffic, takes the shot, and it's good! Camara, coast to coast!
I've made a lot of great friends playing sports. I really appreciate how it fosters a community amongst all of the athletes, even in between sports seasons.
Good pass up the field, gets some good backspin on it, and it is a loose ball! Shot, and it's good! To tie it. It's good! Medeiros on the PK!
You have a lot of support and a lot of people around you. It's a good environment, especially the sports teams.
Great. O'Connell with the three, and the lead is over 30.
I know how much pride it takes to be a topper, so it made me work harder so I can be more successful.
It's really great to just be able to learn accountability, reliability, just getting involved in school, and I feel like the best way to do that is to join a sport.
In the air in a deep left field. Coppola heading back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Montilla, and it's a 2-run game.
I'm Mike Labossiere with Upper Reservation Forester. And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The Southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the Bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The Bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
The School Administration Building at 417 Rock Street was built over 100 years ago by craftsmen from around the globe.
And Mr. and Mrs. William Brayton, mill owners, raised their 9 children in this statement home.
Decades later, the property became too costly for a single family and was gifted to the Fall River School District. Architects reconfigured the 22 rooms to accommodate administrative staff.
By 2018, this historic structure was compromised, eliciting mold and water damage. Once dubbed the last big house on the hill, this extraordinary piece of architecture was in poor condition.
Care was shown to restore artistic elements, including the circular railing and banister, chair rails, crown molding, antique and oak flooring. And the building is now handicap accessible.
Roof work was the primary concern for the Brayton house. This new pitch surface directs water to a modernized drainage system.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills to incentivize history, travel, diversity, and recreation. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge. Here we go. All right, you made your little mistake, Brendan, off the air. Here I am. I'm thinking we're still doing football. We're in the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. We're done with Mac Aldridge Field. Oh, that's so funny.
Ev, we're early season too, Ev.
I know, but I
did
a game Wednesday. I don't have an excuse. I already got one under my belt. Oh, my gosh. No more Mac Aldridge Field. Not till next September. But Luke Urban Fieldhouse is going to be our home. This and Driscoll for select games. And, of course, the James T. Ashley Gymnasium over at Diamond. We'll have some hoops from there as well. But for now, we're going to focus on Durfee boys hoops tonight. Somerset-Berkley in the house. Tremendous atmosphere, a playoff atmosphere. As McDonald goes up for another one, not getting a foul call as he goes down on the tail end of it. Durfee's going to have possession on the jump ball or dual possession here. The Hilltoppers finished the first half, Brendan, on a nice run, hold a 4-point lead to start the third.
Yeah, it was a great close out of the half right now, and now, as the way high school basketball flows, now it's the flip. Now we got to have a good start to the third quarter.
Yeah.
Starts and finishes, huge. Great little set run by Durfee. Get Lucas an open 3 in the corner.
Espinal back out there. Happy to see that.
Yeah, great job by Durfee with one of their main shooters on the bench.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that we did not see him at all in that second quarter. I thought he would have come back, maybe, if not for anything, the final maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Lucas wanting another, that time no good.
A little bit of a heat check from Eric Lucas right now, but as a shooter, you want to get a couple to fall. You want to shoot that next one right away.
I know.
Not a bad shot.
That was his, he has 2 from downtown.
Durfee in a 1-2-2.
That is well short.
Nobody. Lucas.
3-on-1. Passing across to Espinal was not a smooth pass, and Durfee losing possession.
Both guys ran the same lane unintentionally. It was a right play for Lucas to make that bounce pass, but unfortunately, they just ran the same lane. Durfee's got that 1-2-2 extended pretty high right now.
Near corner again, now back out. McDonald, open 3, got it.
Right back at it, you know, a good basketball team makes shots. Durfee student section trying to get something going right now. But just looking around right now, this is a great crowd.
Good Friday night crowd. Fans excited for basketball to be back here.
We've done, I say we as a whole athletic department, we've done a really good job of making this a place where kids want to be on a Friday night, hanging out, you know, watching, making it a really good high school atmosphere. I mean, this has been the norm crowd-wise for a little while now. Stewart, great job keeping the extra dribble.
Won't go. Almost thrown away, kept in. Another 3, put up by Somerset. And Medeiros.
Medeiros with a 3, and just like that.
9 points for the Raiders in the last minute plus, and they've taken the lead back.
Durfee got a little more control of the ball. Espinal feeling it right away. That's sitting probably close to 30 minutes of real time.
And you know, he didn't even really set for that. It's like he just picked it up and just let it go. So it's here. Take your 3.
These guys can fire away right now.
They can.
The way the game has changed at all levels. That, you know, 20 years ago, that's a bad shot. That's a normal shot now. They all practice it. They all play it. You know, that's the norm. They missed the call. Doesn't look like it was a foul.
No. No, scoreboard's been pretty quick with the fouls and you know, following that. Oh, that's okay, a foul on the floor.
Stevenson, very quick first step. Tough to stay in front of. He's shifty, gets into that painted area.
Second foul on Medeiros. He's got back-to-back here.
Espinal. He's got a step, pep in his step. He wants to make up for some lost time, it looks like.
That, and he's having to contend with McDonald. Lucas wants another, and he's got it. That's for 3.
Great pot. The perimeter play of Durfee is very good. You can get on top of one, somebody else can burn you.
I can't believe McDonald pulled up there. He had an open 3, and he didn't take it. Now he'll take it. That looks good, too. Oh, in and out.
Durfee just wrong season for volleyball. A lot of tipping, not a lot of grabbing.
First foul for the Hilltoppers here in the third quarter, and it's the second against DeMello.
Yeah, it is imperative that Durfee, when they have the opportunity, two-hand grab that ball. They're quick enough. They can get out and go whenever they want. A 1 second pause will do them good. Get control of that ball.
It's almost like trying to be too frantic with it, and they don't need to be, because there hasn't been a need for that. It's a fast-paced game, no doubt, but they're not in a pressing mode right now. You got 12 minutes of game time left. Secure the ball. Stewart, no good.
And you look at it on the other end right there in Somerset-Berkley, Will Dyan. That's how you grab a rebound. Two hands come down with it.
Right.
great run and finishes it on the other end, too. That's our big plays. Back and forth we go.
Dion for 2. 1-point game again. Stevenson.
Right to the cup.
$13 points for Stevenson.
Fast third quarter. Here we are.
Yeah.
3:30 already right now. Not a lot of whistles.
No. It's great pace of play here. McDonald wants a long 3. No good. Stewart with the rebound. Uncontested that time. And Durfee can go up 2 possessions here with a basket of their own. Lucas to Espinal. Got the screen he was looking for, and he knocks it down. Beautifully designed right there.
Talk about toughness. Your first home game, you pick up a couple silly ones, and you got to sit, and then to come right back out in the third quarter. Unbelievable. Here's a loose ball.
Hilltoppers taking it back.
3 on
3
2.
on 3.
Excuse me.
Stevenson. No good. The rebound from Finlaw, securing it and getting it off to Medeiros.
I say 3 on 2, you say 3 on 3. That's that phys ed math right there.
That's great. It was 3 on 2, and as I started, it was transitioning to 3 on 3. I figured I'd just beat the transition. It's all right. Bjork using the height, gets the foul.
Old school bully ball right there. A catch, lower the shoulder, get to the free throw line. Third on DeMello. I would assume sooner than later, Ben Sherry's going to re-enter the game.
Bjork 4 for 5 at the line with that last one, trying to make it 5 for 6, and he will. And a nice night for him so far. 8 points, 5 of which they're at the line, so getting some big free throws. Another 3!
Lucas is getting it going too right now. The 2 senior guards. My turn, your turn, and they're going in.
15 combined, 5 from downtown for the 2 of them. McDonald denied and goes down.
DeMello getting in on the defensive end right there. I say it's not the season for volleyball, but Cam's one of my guys. That was a volleyball play right there.
7-point lead, the largest for either side. Hilltoppers on the plus side of it, 53-46 with 2 to go in the third. That was tipped. Durfee gets it back.
Durfee kind of a mid-transition.
Oh, long 3 for Espinal. That's going to be short. Quick 3 on the other end, no good.
And here come now, we said how impressed we were with each team running their sets. The 3s are coming in bunches on both ends now.
Another one for Durfee, that's long, off the mark.
3 real quick possessions. Durfee, Somerset-Berkley, Durfee again. Somerset-Berkley looking to slow it down a tad.
Finlaw. And 1 as he goes tumbling down in front of Stewart.
The age-old question, block or charge? Flip a coin. I thought Stewart did a nice job of getting his feet planted right there.
He wasn't moving.
Outside of the circle, not in high school basketball, but good job. First time out. First time on either side tonight.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't think Stewart rather was really moving much. It didn't look like there was a lot there, but must not have been fully planted, and they gave the offensive player the benefit of the doubt. So that ends up being Finlaw's first points of the game. He'll shoot an and 1 on the other side of the timeout here. Still a 2-possession game. The Hilltoppers with a 5-point lead right now.
Yeah, 1:18 on the clock. Very fast third quarter, but with right now both teams are combined 9. This is the first timeouts. This is tight back and forth game. Going to be an interesting fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see. These December games are always great because get to see kids back home from college that come back, to see games, and A lot of times other people also, their schedules maybe a little lighter. See some other familiar faces. Jason Hall in the house. Tommy Keys from Bishop Conley, now coaching assistant to Brian Baptiste at UMass for a number of years now. He played there.
Decked out in his UMass Dartmouth.
He is.
Jason Hall played on ESPN.
I know.
7 days ago.
It's unbelievable. So nice to see not just a full house, but you got to see, I mean, Key's not an alum of Durfee, but Fall River basketball state champion, 1,000-point scorer. Nice to see, good representation of the area here for this game, which is a rivalry game. It's a greater Fall River game. That will not go for DeMello. That's a tough break because he wasn't too contested, had a good look at the basket. Out of bounds, Hilltoppers will have it as McDonald gets the bad news. 1:01 to play in the third.
Yeah, it's just going to be a next play type of attitude right here. The guards are getting in there right now. We'll take those shots. Next one.
Stevenson denied underneath. Little extra there. Finlaw giving a shove to Stewart. And that's usually an automatic tech.
There's been a little bit of talk, and obviously, this is a nice crowd, guys playing. I thought it's been extremely under control the entire game on both sides. I mean, it's part of the fun, but you don't want to see a team right now lose some points for doing a little bit extra for no reason. Stay aggressive. Talking a little bit. Stevenson going to the bench right now. I don't know if he's got a bloody nose. And I know exactly what it is. We get through 3 quarters, and the nose ring was not checked, and I know that because the girls' side we have to worry about those all the time in volleyball, and Ja got it past them for 3 quarters, but he's going to go into there right now. And I'm not sure Stewart I'm not sure Stewart's the instigator right now.
No, he's not.
And there was a quick technical foul a minute into the game. I'm not sure why right now, as the home crowd, we're not getting one. Espinal spraying, but misses.
Yeah. I know, we never really heard we think it was on the bench, that technical.
It came from the bench.
But that will not go either. Durfee with it. And a quick transition here. Espinal almost a travel. Stewart loses the ball. And Durfee ball.
32 seconds right now, 28 on the shot clock. This is, unless it's a real quick guarantee, might not be a bad opportunity for Durfee to maybe get the ball in bounds first, but nonetheless.
Not a good inbound pass there.
No. Again, you want to go in feeling good.
Yeah.
Up 5.
Well, now what you hope for is if Somerset's going to take a shot that they don't run it down. They see something and let it fly. It might give you one more opportunity.
Well, rebounding right now on this defensive possession is gigantic. If you do force a miss, get control of the ball right away.
That was no good. 10 seconds and Durfee will have a chance, but they're outnumbered down the court here. Lucas steps back, steps up, takes the 3, and it won't go. Oh, in and out. McDonald lets it go, and it's no good. Durfee will hold the lead.
Great job on Eric Lucas not leaning in. I love what McDonald just did.
Yep.
Looking at the clock, and that's a pro thing where you're trying to lean in and draw that one. Lucas did a good job, whether on purpose or not. Did a really nice job, and
should have had that. It didn't want to fall, but that was on the money.
Yeah, and not necessarily the way he drew it up, but Durfee up 5 going into the 4th.
Yeah, 17 points in the third for Durfee, and 15 of those points thanks to Lucas and Espinal, who hit 5 threes combined. And that's really the difference in it, because the only other points came from the 1 field goal from Stevenson. So it was all Lucas and Espinal there in the third.
Yeah, and that's not, for anybody that's watched Durfee over the years, none of that is surprising.
No.
These guys, they're very talented high school basketball players, and played a lot of games for Durfee right here. This is going to be a great 4th quarter. Both teams are going to have to be under control, run their stuff, really, really, really take care of the ball on both ends.
Somerset, the model of consistency through 3 quarters, 16 points in each of the first 3 quarters. So if you're Durfee, just score a little more than 16.
Yeah.
Right? We look at the numbers and really dive into that stuff and say, well, there's a pattern. It's kind of ironic. You don't usually see that.
Quality minutes by Cameron DeMello in the third quarter. Ben Sherry back in after a great first half.
Yeah, Sherry was great. And so was DeMello, and so was Gaston.
There we go.
There you go. Yep. One too many times. That's enough.
Being on top of it here, it's tough to say. There's a lot of emotion on both ends, but Somerset very much so the instigators, the last handful of possessions.
Yep.
And the referees let it go as far as they can right now, but that's a tough one right there because that's a big momentum 3 hit by Hoyle, who's shooting the ball and playing really well and puts Durfee on the free throw line.
It'll be Espinal, who has not been to the line once tonight, and it's showing right there.
Durfee not shooting their free throws particularly well. I know you have it in front of you right here, but
no, right about just over 50%, but not great.
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit better, especially as the team being such good shooters.
I know.
Gets the second one though. What's great for Durfee too is all their perimeter guys can handle the ball, so it's somebody different initiating the offense each time.
True, it's not just the usual the same person every time. Espinal almost lost it there.
Lucas feeling it, he wanted it right now. There's plenty of time on the shot clock.
Yeah, driving the lane, puts it up, and it goes. What a take from Eric Lucas.
When Eric Lucas is engaged, he is as good of a guard in this area.
You know, I think of him as a prime example as that's put up for 3 and no good. Stevenson.
As again, Durfee not grabbing the ball and trying to be pretty with it. That's a big missed opportunity for a rebound by just not grabbing the ball.
Huge.
And just taking a second.
Going back to Lucas, you know, I think Lucas, you know, has been shadowed. Honestly, he's a senior this year, but he had Holly on his team. He had Lewis on his team. He has Espinal on his team. Guys that really were shooters. And it's like, I think you kind of lose something there. You don't realize this guy's a sleeper, how good he really is.
Yeah, he could fill it up. I mean, he had multiple games when he was a sophomore on the JVs, 40-plus games. That's a lot.
Right.
Back in on this right here. This is tough. Durfee has an opportunity.
They had 2 opportunities.
And now, when you give a third, here we go. A little bit of energy, 3-point play opportunity.
That's Espinal's 3rd foul. Durfee's first here in the 4th. Finlaw with his 2nd opportunity at an and 1. He missed his first time. He'll hit this one. 2-point game. Out of bounds.
Somerset not straying defensively too much from their man-to-man right now. I like what they're doing. They're sticking with it.
No, but your whole point about the rebounding, I mean, especially on that last sequence.
Well,
that's a killer to give up 3 points when you could be up by more. That's well short. You're talking what could basically is a 5-point swing by losing that rebound. Good passing, Bjork.
And the officials, old school physicality. I thought that was a nice power play.
Yeah,
right there into it.
Kind of an outdated. Coach Slater letting him hear it.
Kind of an outdated move. You don't see guys play that physical down on the block anymore. That's a tough call on Somerset-Berkley's end, but
well, you know
Durfee.
what, Brendan? What's tough for me to gauge, right, is a level of consistency. We saw a couple possessions in the first half where Stevenson had 3 guys on him trying to get a layup off and no whistles at all. Here you go, you know, a one-on-one, what looked like a pretty clean take to the basket. Little box out, if you will, on your way, but it didn't look too bad, and they call it against Somerset. Where is the line of definition, what you're going to call and not going to call? I know it's only game 1. It's an observation.
Officiating. I'd never want to do it. Ever.
No, me neither. For 3 in the lead. Got it! Taylor with his second from downtown, and Somerset has erased a 7-point lead.
It's going to be interesting to see right now. Durfee's played most of the second and third quarter with a lead right now. Can Durfee stay poised and not panic on different point swings?
I mean, you've had a game, this being a game where you've had how many lead changes back and forth, back and forth. So 1 point should be nothing, but at the same time, don't let the riffraff also, don't let that play into your game either. Don't worry about what the other guys are doing. Yeah, that's the 4th foul against Bjork, unofficially here in my book. Well, it said on the scoreboard as well. So 4 fouls for Bjork, and he's going to have to come out. That's a huge presence for Somerset down low that they're going to lose. Tallest guy out there.
Yeah, but they bring in more muscle right now. McGarry, I mean, I'm impressed with Somerset right now. They've done a good job. Durfee's getting into the painted area, but they're not making it easy for them to finish around the rim as Stevenson gets the ball to drop in.
Stevenson at the free throw line 6 for 6, and Durfee back ahead by 1.
That's something Durfee's going to have to keep significantly in mind with where they have the ball in their hands. Finlaw with a big 3, playing great minutes in the second half.
No, they gave him only 2. No, they gave him 3. Excuse me. We got it. They gave him 3. It was 58-57. It's
nice
now
pass.
Stewart.
At Somerset-Berkley, 3 guys in the circle, not giving up easy layups.
Corner. No good. Durfee ball.
McGarry with a little extra on the box out right now. Somerset playing good physical basketball. They're getting banged for them down low right there. That's not a bad box out, but as Hilltoppers will take it, specifically with the rebounding being an issue.
3rd foul from McGarry off the bench, and 4 team fouls for the Raiders. So 1 more, and Durfee goes to the line the rest of the way, and that could prove huge with just under 5 minutes left.
Yeah, so the foul situation was a non-issue, quarter 2, quarter 3. Here we are about 5 minutes to go right now. Now it could be, going 2. And you got to make sure that the ball is in the hands of your best free throw shooter right now. Josh Stevenson, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He's going to be there, and it just so happens that, he's one of your primary ball handlers, so that'll be great. Just Durfee's first time out right now, so we have 8 combined.
It's amazing. Both sides have only used 1 timeout the entire game.
The flow of the game's been great. There's been no need on either side to really settle things down or get reorganized. It's been very clean. What you expect from veteran teams. Guys that have played high school basketball, played in big games before, played in the tournament. Somerset extended out a little bit, just man-to-man.
So timeout. Durfee has the ball following the timeout. And they get it to Stevenson. Now Stewart far side. Lucas coming towards him. Espinal on the opposite side of the arc. Stewart now at the top of the key. It's been moved by Espinal now to Stewart. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Somerset, tight coverage here. Looking for somebody to get
open. That's an unbelievable pass by Lucas, and the foul.
Unbelievable possession for the Hilltoppers.
Say it again, because that was patience, that was coming out of a timeout, that was executing what was drawn up, and what a find.
5 fouls for the Raiders. Free throws the rest of the way for Durfee. McGarry's 4th foul. And for Durfee, you're right, execution with purpose, with composure. They missed the and 1, but what a shot. 60 all with 4+ to play.
Eric Lucas, put that on the huddle highlight tomorrow morning. Both teams right now trying to take the air out of the ball a little bit. Get good half-court possessions.
Nice shot there from Medeiros. That's a tough one.
Great execution. Again, just Somerset-Berkley running their stuff. A little crowded on this side of the floor. Stevenson takes it back up to get a little more balanced.
Coming up on 10 seconds again. They go to Sherry. Sherry loses the ball. Double teamed and it came loose. Down to Finlaw, out of bounds. He stepped out. Durfee ball.
Possessions are going to be gigantic, taking care of the ball. I mean, there's been not a lot of turnovers on each side right now. Now it's going to be magnified with under 4. Not closeout time quite. We're getting close.
We're getting close. Lucas, it's blocked. Clean block. And now he'll get called on a foul.
Only the second right now, so Somerset-Berkley won't go to the free throw line.
That's just Lucas's first. He's played a lot of minutes here tonight. Actually, I don't think he's left the court.
Great minutes by Drew McGrady playing some for Bjork. Like, great job.
Yeah.
Very impressed with Somerset-Berkley's collapse. And they know Durfee can get to the rim. They know they're quick. They're not making it easy.
Bjork in the corner. They get it to Medeiros, now out to Finlaw. Tons of time off the front of the rim. Bjork's height gets it done.
Old school, outworking guys underneath the basket. Offensive rebound.
4-point lead for Somerset. Stevenson.
Incredible finish right now.
Yep.
And this is where I'm very impressed with Durfee not freaking out with score differential, point differential right now. Just Lucas with a sloppy one. He's going to argue it a little bit, but it's a no-brainer. But away from the basket, we're not in that situation yet. Next play, Eric. Very close. Very close on that side out.
Yeah, really. McDonald fouled from behind.
And here we go. We're gonna be shooting free throws on both ends right now. That's the 4th. Was a shooting.
Stevenson's 3rd. And 2 shots now for McDonald, who hasn't taken a free throw shot since the 2nd. He's 2 for 3. And the first one does not miss. Does not go, rather. It misses.
This is a big block out for Durfee right now. If he does, in fact, miss the second one. Hold the ball. Let's get it to one of our ball handlers.
1 for 2 at the line. It's a 3-point game. 2.5 to go. Lucas looking for a lane. Somerset ball.
Quick shot on the offensive end, but the bigs weren't down there. It was quick. It wasn't bad.
No, just no help. That's the problem. McDonald full steam ahead.
Great job on the little mini
Good
press
pass
break
there to Taylor. And it goes.
Big
it's
roll.
only for 2. But it's a 5-point lead for Somerset. Durfee needs to stop the bleeding here. 2 minutes.
Durfee elected not to go timeout right now. Still, tick-tock we go.
Somerset has closed off the outside shot for Durfee. They have not hit one from downtown in the last 10 minutes of game time. That goes back to the end of the 3rd. Taylor again, no good.
Big rebound by Stewart right now with plenty of time on both ends. Durfee does not need a 3.
Stevenson, how much contact do you need?
We almost got the old-fashioned one. Great job by the Hilltoppers and Coach Joe DeCruz trusting his guys, not panicking with a timeout. Kind of letting the play develop a little bit.
Bjork has fouled out. So his night is done. And McGarry there on your screen coming back in. He has 4. 2 of which have come this quarter.
Free throws, rebounding right now, going to be huge for Durfee.
A rare
this is
miss.
his first
Stevenson
one.
has not missed tonight. That's the first miss, and now a timeout. That's a real tough miss there for the Hilltoppers.
This is the fun stuff right now. All the side out of bounds, full court press breakers, full court adjustments. Can you execute off the grease board? This is all tough stuff to do. Very tough to do in your first game, second game of the year. But here we are, 90 seconds, and it's not going to be 90 seconds.
Oh, gosh, no. With all the timeouts these two teams have, we're going to probably have quite a few stoppages here before this one's over.
This is the stuff I used to love. Coming out of timeouts, practice this stuff in practice, put a score on there, put a time in, try to mimic it as best as you can. A good mentor of mine, definitely recommended practicing this stuff almost on the daily. So when you need it, it's not you're doing it for the first time.
Yeah, it's situational. And be prepared for it. All right, Stevenson going for his second free throw after missing the first one. If he hits this, it'll be his 20th point of the game. And he misses the second as well. It's still up for grabs.
Out of bounds. Durfee got lucky. Good hustle by Ben Sherry. Reset time for the Hilltoppers in the half court. And here we are. Now,
take advantage of this now. You just got your stop. You forced them out of bounds after two rare misses for Stevenson.
Extra possession right now. There's an opportunity to make it hurt.
Stevenson wants three.
And
got it!
Way to make up for it, kid. That's a big-time play.
Tied up.
Settle in defensively, Durfee. The crowd is loud. No need to panic. Tough shot.
No good. 1 minute to go. Hilltoppers can take a lead here.
Durfee, great job settling. Get the ball to your point guard. Joe DeCruz going to call a timeout. Settle him down. That's why we have him.
Wow, what a shot from Stevenson.
Well, we're going to talk about the shot because that's a big boy shot. But Ben Sherry, Devontae Stewart, mixing it up, not getting the rebound, but mixing it up, being there, allowing for the extra opportunity. Those are things that will not go in the scoreboard, the scorebook, but those are things that help win ball games.
Under a minute here at the Fieldhouse. We're in the timeout. 67 all. Somerset's first game of the year. Durfee trying to improve to 3-0. Brendan, looking at the schedule, kind of odd to have 5 regular season games before the Carom tournament. Seems a little off in terms of I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, sometimes it does, but I'm going to tell you what, out of experience, it falls that way more than you think. If
really?
You play that first open date, which is the Thursday or Friday, which the Hilltoppers did.
They did, yeah.
Then, you go 2-2. It does end up happening that way. But remember last year, we were home all December, January.
Right. A lot of road games
and
this
year.
And
now we flipped right now. 24 on the shot clock.
Stevenson keeps it. Almost lost it. Sherry for the lead. In and out. Still loose and up for the grabs.
Possession Durfee.
The jump ball. Yes, Hilltoppers have it.
Durfee right now, if patient, can bring the clock down.
And another timeout. Brendan, I was just going to say it. You have 36.7 to play in the game, and the shot clock is at 32. It's not going to reset. Or will it with the jump ball?
All trick questions as somebody who's been around basketball his entire life. Don't ask me the trick questions.
Either way, 35 or 32. Durfee needs to take this right down and give Somerset virtually. You need to score, but you got to give Somerset no time.
There's an old saying, on the road, play with some time left. home team try to walk it off. You know, it's not
Exactly.
it's not going to add up for a walk-off, but, you know, but again, you don't want to start doing things that you don't do. If you get a good open look, trust your defense. I was always a big fan of a score and timeout after something positive. You know, there's a lot of opportunities, but wow, two poised teams, well coached, well played.
Yeah, what an opening night for basketball here at Durfee for 2023-24 Winter Sports.
This is setting up with very high expectations moving forward.
And if Durfee pulls out the win, the expectations will be even higher. It's loud in here, folks. Here we go.
Oh,
Thrown
man.
away. McDonald for the lead.
Trying to play within the flow right now. Still plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, but now you're down.
Great defense by
Possession.
Somerset. Now you gotta. Just an unfortunate situation. Tough pass to make.
Just airmailed it. It was totally out of reach.
Going back at it now. It's got to be next play. If you do it correctly, 20 seconds can be a long time in basketball. Neither team has shot free throws super well. You can get 2 possessions in 20 seconds if played it right, and this is where the timeouts. Durfee still has 3.
The problem is, though, is the rebounding issues tonight for Durfee. They have not. That's one of their weaknesses in this game. One of the only weaknesses in this game has been able to outmatch and out-height Somerset.
Yeah, and Somerset-Berkley has used, you know, their muscle, their height. So in a situation where we would be in a 1-and-1 situation a year ago, now it's 2. Somerset always does a great job. Somerset always does a great job with their press breakers. It's one of Bob Slater's big strengths. They're always organized in the press breaker.
Stevenson's going to get the foul. It's his 4th, Durfee's 5th. 2 shots for McDonald, who they wanted to have the ball. He is 3 for 5 at the line tonight. That's a huge miss on the first free throw for McDonald.
My favorite part of basketball right now, this time in score situation, there's so many opportunities. There's a long time right now. Big rebound for Durfee.
Second one is good. It's a 3-point game. And another timeout.
Coach DeCruz electing to having to take the ball the length of the floor rather than get it into a side-out situation. But the way Durfee can maneuver and handle the ball, you know, they can get a clean look and have the opportunity to play good defense stop. Ev, we might be going extra.
Are you calling it? Are you calling it now? Extra basketball, bonus basketball on opening night?
Free basketball.
All right, Brendan. Durfee's got a lot of weapons. We talked about it throughout this game. Everyone, you know, from Lucas to Espinal to Stevenson have been major playmakers. And then you have Sherry, who's been quiet but a sleeper. He's had some big shots as well. Who is your target, and what are you looking for if you're the coach drawing this play out?
Well, what you're going to probably do is you're going to have the floor spread, keep everything open. The opportunity for a quick 2-and foul is there. Do we have the skill at the high school level here for that? Not sure. But they're probably going to spread the forwards to the corner and let the guards work. And it's one of those pick your guard.
Yep, and then try for hopefully a game-tying 3.
Although both right now are in the painted area.
Yeah.
You know,
first key is being able to get this inbounding pass. That's the next
getting the ball in is huge.
They do to Stevenson. 15 seconds, folks. Here we go.
Any ball screen needs to have feet planted. They're running off of a double screen.
Oh,
Not
boy.
catching the ball. He's going to get an open look.
For 3 in the tie, it's no good. Durfee gets it back. Quick, they need a 3. No, they lost possession. And Somerset will win it at Durfee.
End of the game, not grabbing the ball. What a well-played game, Ev, on both ends.
Well-played game for sure, Brendan. But I hate to say it, similar to a couple of games we did last year, one of those games that there's missed opportunities that, you look back at the tape and say,
Yeah, this very much so could be a tape game, and it's not the end of the game stuff necessarily.
No.
But, a block out in the first quarter, some made free throws. Not that everybody misses free throws,
Right.
but a block out, a grabbing the ball. This is very much so could be a tape game on both ends, and you can definitely see it on the Somerset-Berkley side. A few of their positives on it. Tremendous game, and we hyped it up big time. On paper, lived up to expectations.
No, it totally did. I mean, it's a killer. Durfee losing it at home. They started 2-0, and so it's a tough one to lose, that's for sure. But Durfee doesn't have anything to be upset about. You said the term clean many times, and I stand by that as well. This was a very clean high school game by two schools that know each other well, players that know each other well, and players that want to beat each other by a lot of points.
They play in the summer. They play in the parks. There was some chatter. I thought it was good and healthy. A couple of technical fouls, but it's part of the fun of playing. For Durfee going forward, this was not a lack of effort.
No.
This was not a lack of execution. This was not a lack of want. This was just a good high school game. Hopefully they go back, watch the tape of this, and, you piece together a few things that flip a game like this.
Well, their road doesn't get much easier before the holidays. They have Attleboro and Braintree before the Carrum tournament, both games on the road. And speaking of Attleboro, Brendan and I will be back with you on Monday from right here for Girls Hoops. We'll get to see Jeff Caron's squad for the first time here in the winter sports season. The Lady Hilltoppers hosting the Blue Bombardiers from Attleboro. I hope you'll join us then. For our cameraman tonight, Mike Ferreira behind the lens, my broadcast partner, Brendan Kelly, I'm Evan Massoud. Enjoy a great weekend, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.